Hi students, Assalamu alaikum. This is Wahid Yusuf, your English teacher, with another lecture on the exercise and the examples of relative clauses. Though we completed relative clauses in the previous class, but there is something which we shall also discuss, still something to discuss, because we talked about relative pronouns. We talked about relative clause with respect to the relative pronouns, because all that we discussed that will be asked in your exam, but there is some addition to it. There are some relative adverbs as well which we use in relative clause. I had told you in the very in the very starting lectures of relative clause, that there are some relative adverbs, some 2 or 3 relative adverbs which are used in relative clause, which we can use in changing one sentence into a relative class. So we shall discuss them a little bit, because as far as the papers are concerned, pattern of the board is concerned, I couldn't find any paper where these relative adverbs are used, but still I will tell you how these can be used, and they are very easy. If you are asked a question where these relative adverbs can be asked, so you must do that without any hindrance. See, we have 3 relative adverbs. We have where, we have when, and we have why. So from the words itself, you might understand what they demand. When, we have to show any, it indicates place. It indicates, wire indicates place. Wire indicates place. And then when indicates time. When indicates time. Why indicates reason. Why indicates reason. We'll do some examples where we will see how these relative adverbs are used while changing one of the sentences of a pair of sentences into a relative clause. See, my primary aim is to make you people understand relative clauses with all these examples in today's class. In today's class, we'll discuss a lot of examples which concern relative clause, so that it might be easier for you people to discuss, to attempt those questions in the exams, because you'll be asked three pair of sentences would be there, and the question would be like this. Change one of the relative clauses in the following sentences. Change one of the sentences in the following sentences in a relative clause. So there would be 2 pair of sentences in each part, 1, 2, and 3. 2 pair of sentences. One pair of sentences. One, that means 2 sentences in first question, 2 sentences in second question, and 2 sentences in third part. So a relative clause, a question concerning relative clause, there will be 3 parts, 1, 2, and 3. In first part, 2 sentences. In second part, 2 sentences. In third part, 2 sentences. And the question would ask you that you have to change one of the sentences into relative clause in each part. In each part, you have to change one of the sentences into relative clause, and we'll do like that pattern. See, the first sentence here I have written, and some of these sentences, for example, this sentence and this sentence, I just copied them from the paper which had been from the paper of J&K Bose class 10. J&K Bose class 10. And these 3 sentences, this sentence also, it is from J&K Bose, the paper of Jammu, and these 3-4 sentences, they are also from some papers, but not from Jammu and Kashmir State Board of School Education. So the play was staged in the theater. It wasn't a great success. The play was staged in the theater. It wasn't a great success. This question has been asked, I think, in 2019 or 20. It is like this. A play was staged in the theater. It wasn't a great success. See, first thing, a play is subject and the theater is object. A play is subject and the theater is object. So the second sentence, it wasn't a great success. Does it talk about a play or does it talk about the theater? So obviously it wasn't a great success. Success is a play. So it is about a play. It is about a play. So we shall write a play. A play two ways. A play which wasn't a great success. Was staged in the theater. Second, a play was staged in the theater which wasn't a great success. That will be easy for you. A play was staged in the theater which wasn't a great success. So this is part number 1. Example number 1. Example number 2. I met a man, his wife works in a lab. See, subject is I, isn't it? And object is the man, a man. Object is a man. See, second sentence, which we are going to change into a relative clause. His wife works in a lab. So, this sentence, it is neither about this man nor about I, nor about this first person singular pronoun. It is about man's wife. So, possession. We have to make a possessive case here. It is neither about I nor about a man, but man's wife. It is about man's possession. So it will ask for whose. So we have to use the pronoun that is whose. So we shall write, I met a man. So can we write who wife works in a lab? No. Whom wife works in a lab? No. Whose. We shall write whose, because it shows possession. This wife, it shows possession of a man. So I met a man whose wife works in a lab. So this is second. Now third, we have an interrogative sentence in third. There are many marks on your shirt. What are those? So this is something that is different from all these sentences, because we have an interrogative sentence which we have to change, or this one. So we have to change. We have to make a relative clause including this interrogative sentence. See, there are many marks on your shirt. What are those? So this second sentence, it talks about these marks. So how would we change it? Can you guess? For a while? Can you pause this video and can you write it down? Can you try to change it? So after writing, you match yours with mine. See how we are going to change it. See, we shall write, what are those marks? We'll change this one into a relative clause. What are those marks which are on your shirt? See this. What are those marks which are on your shirt? So it became a relative clause. So it is a sentence which contains a relative clause. Then we have another one, very easy. You are asked very easy questions. Very easy these questions as far as relative clause are concerned. Then we have this, a girl was highly praised. She saved a boy from drowning. See, a girl was highly praised. She saved a boy from drowning. So she saved a boy from drowning. So this sentence is about a girl. So we shall write a girl. Two ways. A girl was highly praised. Who saved a boy from drowning? One. A girl who saved a boy from drowning was highly praised. Was highly praised. So we can write a girl who saved a boy from drowning was highly praised. Was highly praised. Okay. See, these sentences 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we'll employ a relative adverbs there. We'll employ relative adverbs. We'll see. The house is very special. The house is very special. I was born in the house. So this is where we have to use this relative adverb. We have to use relative adverb. See, the house is very special. The house is very special. I'll write the house is very special. This sentence, this is about the house. This is about the house. You can write I was born in it, I was born in the house. So this sentence is about the house. But the house, it is not, it is a place. It is a place. So we talk about place. When we talk about place, we use where. We use W-H-E-R-E, where. So we shall write the house is very special where I was born. Where I was born. So this house, it is a subject, it is not a person, it is a thing, we can simply say, but it indicates a place. I already told you there are three relative adverbs. One is where, that indicates place, another is when, that indicates time, and another is why, that indicates reason. Well, I'll let you know in following examples how other two are used. Second from this, the seat is still free. We sat last Friday on it. See, we sat last Friday on it. We sat last Friday on it. It talks about the seat. It talks about the seat. It talks about the seat. And seat is also a place. Seat is also a place. So we shall write the seat where we sat last Friday. Where we sat last Friday is still free, or the seat is still free where we sat last Friday. We shall write like this: the seat where we sat last Friday is still free. Is still free. So another one now. Then I'll never forget the year. Simply time. It talks about time. When there is a year, month, week, extra, it indicates time. When there is any resting place, it indicates place. It indicates place. So I'll never forget the year. You helped me a lot that year. So it talks about the year. This sentence talks about the year. So I shall write, I will never forget the year when you helped me a lot. When you helped me a lot. And then last we have another example. We shall write, see, the sentence is, people don't want to study. There are many reasons for it. So this sentence, it talks about place. This sentence, it talks about place. This sentence, it talks about time. And this sentence, it talks about reason. It talks about a reason. See, people don't want to study. There are many reasons for it. So we shall write, there are many reasons why people don't want to study. There are many reasons why people don't want to study. Why people don't want to study. See, so this was the exercise examples which we discussed. See, recapitulating again, reminding you again that we have these are relative pronouns, and we have these are relative adverbs. So all these relative pronouns and relative adverbs, they are used in relative clauses. They are used in relative clauses. With these words, relative clauses are formed. Relative clauses are formed. And I already told you that who is used for persons? Persons as subjects and objects sometimes. Home is used for persons as objects. As objects. When the person is object, we use home instead of that person. When we change one of the sentences into relative clauses. That is used for persons as well as things. As well as things. Persons in defining relative clause, restrictive relative clause or essential relative clause, and things in non-defining or non-essential relative clause. I have discussed these things. And which is used for things. That is other than persons in non-defining relative clause only. And then whose is used to show possession. For possession of persons, possession of things, so we use whom. And which is also used in defining relative clause also for things. Defining relative clause also for things. So who is used for persons as subjects and objects. Whom is used for persons as objects, and that is used for persons as well as things sometimes in this defining relative clause, and which is used for things in defining relative clause, in non-defining relative clause, and whose is used to show possession for things and as well as persons. And as far as when is concerned, why is used to indicate to show place. It indicates place. When we talk about some place in sentence 1 or 2, and we have to change one of the relative clauses into one of the sentences into relative clauses, we can use where. When we talk about time, we use when, and when we talk about reason, we use why. But most probably in your examination, you will be asked about these things. Maybe there might be some sentence, there might be some question which will ask related to these things, but most probably I have checked some 2-3 set of papers. There I found that only these words are used in those sentences which are asked there. But keep an eye on them as well. They are very easy. These 3 marks, they are very easy to grab. They are very easy to get. So with this, we concluded this topic, that is relative clauses, even though we completed it a day before, but with these exercises and these relative adverbs, we completed it today. And inshallah, in the next video lecture, I'll start a new topic. So till then, Allah Hafiz and thank you.